I do something called the 5-star shout out. I love to say this line. I'm not gonna say it because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in. You can't make a. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, yes, y'all. To the beach, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You know what I mean? We here. Welcome to the side, Jim. Happy to be here. Mr. Holmes is in the building. As y'all know, Dennis Holmes, Ignorant Thinker Podcast. I'm here with the chocolate girl. Welcome back, baby.
I am the chocolate girl. I am glad to be back. It's good to be seen.
That's right.
Oh my God. Thank you, Dennis, for holding it down for me the last couple of weeks, man. It's been an adventure. I'm so glad to be back.
Yes, yes. Well, that being said, you know how we usually start. Usually start off talking about how was our week. So how was your week?
Much better than the previous three weeks were. So it's been pretty good. It was hard to get back into gear and go back to work. It was my first full week back to work, and it was rather challenging. But you know me, I'm the chocolate girl.
Right. Absolutely right. Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So I got it done. I made it happen. It was just good to be able to actually move and breathe and not worry about it. So it's been an interesting week. Good sports week too. Just really getting back into sports and talking about it has just been exciting, been fun. And so how about you, Dennis? How has your week been?
My week, well, usually my week is good. You know, this has been a better week. You know, we had a full week of work. Wasn't no snow. Wasn't no holidays or nothing like that. We just had a full week of work and got everything we need to get done. As far as family and everything is doing good. It's been really good. I would like to say it's been really good. I've been waiting for today, not only just for the side, Jawn, but I wanted to see a couple things today. So like I said, today's a good day. Today is the day I usually I do the side, Jawn. Saturdays I clean the house, I listen to podcasts. So whoever podcast I missed during the week, I'll listen to them today while I'm cleaning the house.
Gotcha.
That's usually what I do. So whoever I missed,
we have a similar routine then.
Yeah. And clean some baseboards. I heard some girl on the podcast say, "You need to go wash your baseboards." I was like, "Wait a minute, I ain't washed my baseboards in a while. Clean some baseboards." Stuff like that.
Yeah. Baseboards and the little cobwebs in the corner and dust balls that get in the corner sometimes. Yeah. Every now and then you get a little spider in your house and make a little spider web, and if you don't pay attention, it's up there.
It's up there, and it's waiting on you.
It'll be up there, so you gotta look up and then you gotta look down and take an assessment and see if you it's time to clean. But yeah,
good morning, July. Good morning, June.
Good morning, y'all. Did you start cleaning up on Saturday mornings when you were young?
Yeah, Saturday morning cleanup started when I was young.
Me.
Usually my mom and my grandma. If my grandma does it, she usually start from the basement and
Mm.
she'll work her way up. My mom does it. She'll come in, she'll play some music. Usually we listening to Curtis Blow and we clean the house. Um,
All
that's
right.
how they usually go. Yeah,
All
but
right.
Saturday usually clean the house. Now it's either sometimes it's before the cartoons and wrestling, or it's after the cartoons and wrestling. All all depends on how they feel that day. But with the Saturday we cleaning up. About time I want to say about time 4 o'clock hit, you about done. Yeah, you about done by like 3, 4. Then you outside, or usually we going somewhere. We either going skating or something like that. Yeah, something happening, something entertaining going on Saturday. So I
Right.
just kept it going. I just kept it going, and another thing I kept going. Fridays usually eat pizza on Fridays.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I would say we usually always he said I'm cleaning now watching the show. Yeah, we usually always on Fridays we usually eat pizza on Fridays.
Okay. And see, for me, for Fridays, it's either fish or pizza.
Okay.
But this week, I had my pizza on Thursday instead. So last night, it was soup. I made this pot of vegetable soup. I mean, I mean. I mean, it's good. So, if I must say so myself, I love my vegetable soup. It's my mother's recipe. May she rest in peace. And I love making it, and it keeps me nice and warm during these winter days. So that's what I had last night. Had my grandbaby over. Always good to see the grandbaby. And so he loved his soup, and I had him soup with some chicken in it. He was good. Hmm. But yeah, Saturday morning cleanup, we started that when we were young too. But we always did it first thing on Saturday. We didn't have the luxury to do it later on. We had to do it early in the morning, get it up, get it out of the way, and then you had the rest of the day to yourself. I preach
Okay.
that. That's the
Hey,
way to do it.
hey, June is that New Jack Swing playlist? Is that your personal mix that you mixed yourself, or is that a playlist that's from is that a playlist that's from off like Apple or Spotify or something like that that you made, or did you mix it yourself? I wonder, do you record your own mixes? I think you answered that on the show.
I think he does.
Yeah, I think he
He,
answered that
being,
on the
being that
show.
he's a DJ, I think he does do that. I think
And
he said he
June do so much. June do so much, man. That boy everywhere like broken
does.
glass.
Like it, like yeah. Jude said that he said he asked us, do we remember Soul Train on Saturdays? And you and I were talking about Soul Train before the show. And
Right.
oh yes, it used to come on Saturday morning, and I watched it every Saturday. You would have it on playing in the house while you cleaning up, you know.
Right.
So
Don Cornelius.
the coolest brother I ever seen on TV ever,
Yeah,
ever.
they did a TV show on Soul Train. I ain't never even watched it either. I need to go and
Yeah,
watch it. Okay,
I
he
don't
said it's a little
remember
bit
that.
of both. Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't remember that.
All right,
Also,
now listen. Now
so,
we got a letter. We got a letter.
mm-hmm.
And I've been really wondering about this letter, so I'm gonna go ahead and read it. All right. All
All
right.
right,
It says,
and this is
"Dear Side,
this is my first time hearing this letter, so this is gonna be cool.
dear Side John. So I've been with the mother of my 4 kids for 12 years now in December. And this time last year, she cheated on me for the second time. She
Mm.
denied it even when I had proof, and I wanted to believe her, so I left it alone, only to find out she was sleeping with this other guy. We moved past it, and around May, she started disappearing with her female friend consistently. I checked her location and found her at a motel with the same guy. She still denied it. She slept with him at the motel after I saw both of them walk out the room. She
Mm.
ran back in the room with him. A few weeks later, I found out she slept with her ex at another motel. The whole time she treated me like S and said that she don't love me anymore. And she was only with me for financial reasons. Mm. When I had her red-handed, she walked she walked everything she said back, and now she wants me to get over it what happened, and she says that she really loves me and she wants to marry me. What do I do? I'm 32, she's 29. We've been together since we were teenagers. Mm. Chocolate girl.
Let me chew on this one. First of all, what stuns me is when you got to the part where he said she wants to marry me. So this dude went through all this and he wasn't even married to her.
Yeah, he got 4 kids, but
Just 4 kids, but no marriage. And went through all of this. So June put that he's a I mean BJ said that he put in there that he's a simp. I I have to agree with BJ on that. How you get played twice and you're not even married? I understand with the 4 kids thing, but you kept having kids with this bride, first of all, and never got married. I question her and him. You got 4. I see when you get 1, but 4 of them. Mm-mm. So, is he asking what does he need to do?
He said, "What should I do?"
Oh no, he need to leave her alone. File for joint custody and keep it moving. You can't walk back from that. You've been caught red-handed with the ex and this other person several times. And then you're gonna sit there and say, well, I don't love you. I'm just with you for for the financial thing. Oh no,
Right.
child, you on your own now.
Right.
You
So,
like I always say, you done tore your drawers with me. That's
throw
it.
your draws.
That's it. That's it. BJ talking about what did he do to make her cheat? I don't give a darn what. I don't care what he did to make her. You can't make a person cheat. That's first thing. You can't make me cheat on you. If I'm yours, you cannot make me cheat on you. It's a decision that I make if I cheat,
Exactly.
and vice versa. Nobody can make you cheat. So it don't matter. I don't even care what he did. I don't want to know. I don't want to know her reason for cheating. And then you cheated over all these years after 4 children and everything throughout all of this. You keep cheating. Now you say you want to get married?
Mm-hmm.
He would be the biggest fool, the new fool, like Bernie Mac would say. He a new fool if he marry her. I wish that was my brother. I tell him what to do. You need to leave that skank alone because that's what she is. Leave her alone. She's
Yeah, but
you
don't.
don't go back to return to your own vomit like that. Leave her
Right.
alone. It's not gonna taste good the second time. Leave her alone.
Right. But don't. This is what I say. Don't do. Don't leave out of there in a rush and mess yourself up. As you can see, when she says she only with you for financial reasons, that child support gonna kick your ass with the 4 kids. So, but like Sharon was saying,
Mm-hmm.
file for joint custody. Make sure that
Mm-hmm.
y'all have split time. Sunday through Wednesday is y'all time. You make sure you get all of this fixed
Mm-hmm.
early. Why? As a matter of fact, while y'all still in the same house,
In
you make
writing.
sure you get all this fixed and make her. Then the whole time you gonna have to play the game like you make her love like you really love her. But the whole time you filing for court papers, you looking for another place to stay that ain't too far away. So that way you can always see the kids. You always got access to them. All right. And
Mm-hmm.
you separate yourself because you got, let me tell you something. You have got to get out of there. All right. Let's get that out of the way. You
Yeah.
got to get out of there because you may end up killing her.
Yeah. Emotions and jealousy will make you
All
forget
that emotion,
never
jealousy,
thought.
all that stuff building up,
Mm-hmm.
you may end up killing her. Okay,
it make
you
people
know,
do
a lot
things
of
they wouldn't ordinarily do. So
right,
yeah, you're
a lot,
right. He needs to get up out of there
gotta get
quickly.
about it. You got to get up out of there, but get up out of there the smart way. Make sure you got all your ducks in a row. Do what you need to do, but yes, and yeah, get all your paperwork separated, get all your paperwork right. You'll be all right. And she gonna try to do stuff like hold the kids against you and all that. She gonna try, but as long as you got your paperwork together, you'll be all right.
Yeah, keep document everything.
Right.
And if she tries to alienate him with his children, that's grounds for full custody. He can actually win full custody if he can prove that the mother was pitting his kids against them. And it's not hard to prove. It's real easy if you sneaky because you can get all kind of recordings. You can have IP cameras. You can catch her doing that. It's not hard.
Yeah. Devise right. Marriage does not fix the problem. I have to agree with that.
It certainly
Marriage does
doesn't.
not fix the problem. And a lot of people just want to get married just for the look. You got to know that this is the person that you are willing to wake up every day next to, no matter what. They tell you this when in your vows through sickness and through health and all that. They tell you all that, and y'all just skip by it.
No, they say it like automatic, like they're a machine, and they just
Right.
blurt it out, but they don't understand what that means, nor do they feel it in their heart. They just, oh, this
Yeah.
is what I say. This is the part. Let me see. Okay, this is
Yeah.
the part where I say this. Okay, let me say this. No,
They tell you all this. And if she cheating now and denying it, not even taking accountability, and then I would say maybe y'all can go to counseling and fix it, but y'all can't go to counseling.
no,
You
not
gotta get
after
out of it.
this. Mm-mm. This
You
is
gotta get
not
out of it.
fixable, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's not fixable. And let me say something about this taking accountability thing. People, if you are the person that's being cheated on, let me help you understand that you do not need for them to admit it. Please hear me. You do not have to have them admit that they're cheating. If you know they're cheating, darn them admitting it. It doesn't matter. If you know, you know, and you need to act
But,
accordingly.
but what
Stop
if
beating
you
your head up against the wall trying to make them admit this to you. Stop it.
but what but
I
what
hear
if
this
you
all the time, but he wouldn't admit it. It makes me mad. I'm like, well, why are you going over there banging on the chick's door? Because he need to admit it. He need to see. No, I need to see. I need to know who it is. No, you don't. You don't. Who cares? The act is done. You know it's been done. You don't have to have him admit it because most of them are too chicken crap to admit it anyway. Just like her, she wouldn't admit it. Why are you beating your head up against the wall for them to admit it? No.
I don't understand why they're doing it either, Sharon. I'm really sitting here just be thinking like only time you need proof that your spouse is cheating is if you're married and you trying to get a divorce and
Mm-hmm.
you listen, we're filing for divorce papers, and I guess that's when they get their or what is that called, spousal
Spousal
payment,
support. Mm-hmm.
spousal
But,
support payment.
but
Yeah,
listen, Dennis. Yes, you can get your proof they're cheating, but they don't have to admit it to you. Is what I'm saying.
yeah.
Sure, get your proof, but they don't have to acknowledge it. They can deny all they want. If I got proof, I don't need. Who gives a darn if you admit it or not?
Exactly.
I hear it all the time. Why? And you ask them, why are you going all off and doing all this stuff? Because he needs to admit it. I know he's cheating. He need to tell me. He need to tell me why. He
They
don't have
might
to
not
tell
tell
you.
you till years later. Years later, y'all might, and it's crazy because I see it all the time nowadays. But years later, y'all might meet up, go out and chill, and get some closure, as they would say, and realize that y'all just good friends. Y'all ain't meant to be together. Y'all just good friends.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when they'll finally admit it to you.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine.
Right.
My thing is, you admitted to me later. So I already knew, honey. You all right? Nice for you to get that off your chest. Do you feel better now? All right, good.
I hear you, Romy Rome. Romy, good morning, Romy Rome in the house. Uh,
He
yeah,
said he
I
has a
do.
wonderful wife. That's awesome.
That is awesome. Uh, well, what's the well, and your aspect when you found out that your let's say whoever you was with was cheating, did you
Mhm.
just walk away?
Who, me? Would I?
Yes, yes.
Oh yeah. It's not that. See, there's a thing called deal breakers that I live by. People talk about what are deal breakers all the time. You ask somebody, what's your deal breakers? They got a list. Everybody ready with the list, right? But do they
Right.
live it? Do they live it? Do they live it out? You can sell wolf tickets all you want, talk about what you gonna do and what you not gonna do if this happened. I can say I lived it. Mm-mm. You what? Okay, over with. It hurt. I cried. It was sad. All those things. I was angry, went through all the stages of grief, but I got to the other side and I stood on business, as they say now. I
Mm.
lived up to what I said. I told you from the beginning, if you cheat on me, it's over. There's no coming back. And I meant it and I did it at the time. At the time.
I
So
understand that.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
I couldn't forgive him years later because I did. But hey, especially if I take you back and I say, look, don't do that again. You slipped and bumped your head. Okay. Don't do it again. And you do it again? Okay.
yeah, it's cool. I'm
It's a
out.
wrap.
Yeah, I gotta. Cheating is one of my number one deal breakers because I feel as though there's no coming back from cheating. That's the way I
Mm-mm.
feel. Um, I've tried it before in the past. I don't. It usually doesn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
There's no coming back from cheating at all. Now, um, nowadays, one of what they call red flags now. Nowadays, one of my red flags is just lying. And if you just one of those just blatant liars, just cause, no, I'm cool. I'm all right.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't gonna work out. I already see it now. This ain't gonna work out. This was cool though, but it ain't gonna work out.
Yeah, for me, if you have a loose relationship with the truth, I can't trust you. Therefore, I can't be in you can't be in my aura. Can't be in my space if I can't trust you.
Right.
I have a
Like,
natural way of just protecting myself. And it's automatic. If I get the feeling I can't trust you, I'm automatically just trying to separate myself from you. So
right.
just the way it
I
is.
absolutely agree with that because the trust is that's all we got to depend on in the beginning is the trust.
That's it.
So if I ask you a couple, if there's a question you don't feel like answering, just say, "Hey, I don't really feel like answering that." I'd rather you say that than for you to just admittedly just shoot me a lie. And
Mm,
now what I thought was the truth was a lie, and I'm like we're not even together. You already lying. This ain't gonna work.
I agree. I agree.
She
And
said
why lie?
lying and manipulation. Mm,
Lying and manipulation are both. Both like deal breakers for me. Don't lie and don't try to manipulate me. Mm-mm.
what do they try to manipulate you into doing?
All kind of
Like, give me an
stuff.
example.
It's,
Give me an
okay,
example.
I'm gonna give you an example. Guy and a girl, let's say Frank and Mary. Frank and Mary in a relationship. They've been together for a while. Um, Mary doesn't particularly like the guys that he hang around with, but those are his friends, so she puts up with it at a fashion, with some parameters or whatever. And he wants to go hang out, and he knows she's gonna say, "No, you can't do that tonight. Come on now, you just been out last couple. Come on." Instead of asking her to go or telling her whatever, however you want to phrase it, that he's going out with them, he picks a fight. He'll pick a fight with her. So she's pissed, he's pissed, and then he storms out so he can go hang out with the fellas without having to have that type of confrontation with her on the real thing. He just pick a fight. You don't think that happens? Oh, it happens. I witnessed it, so I know it happens.
What happens?
And the person admits later that that's what they were doing. And I'm like, that's a coward. Do you know what a coward that is? You mean you can't figure out how to communicate with her enough? You got to make up a whole reason? You got to manipulate her into getting your way?
I know some people like that, so they don't feel like hearing the BS. So this is okay. I'm gonna show you how all of this goes on that manipulation, right? Mm-hmm. If he goes to tell her he's going out with the fellas, now she mad for a couple days, house all up in a roar, all because he wanted to go out and have fun with the fellas that she don't agree he should be around because all the people he hang around are cheaters. So now if he has this argument and they argue about it, then they're they in the house beefing for a couple of days, but the makeup sex is better. I'm just telling you what his thought process was. I never said he was right or wrong.
Oh, I believe you. I believe that that's their motivation sometimes too.
Man.
It's almost like the woman, like Mary in this example, and she's I just really don't. I really don't know what I'm going to do or how I'm going to get this car clean. I really don't feel like cleaning it. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'll get it done for you, baby. I'll take it. I'll get it clean. It's not that she really feels that way. She just wanted to manipulate him into doing it because she ain't want to do it.
Oh.
And I'm just using that as an example. I'm not saying that she should be cleaning the car or he should be cleaning. I'm not talking about roles, gender roles here. I
ain't thinking of that. I'm just thinking about how people just don't want to do something that they need to be doing themselves.
Right. And they'll manipulate the other person into doing it, making them feel sorry for. Women love to play that little woman card, that little, help damsel in distress, help me. Oh yeah, we do. We love to play that. I'm not saying that I do. I'm just saying women do it.
Terrible. I'm just gonna let you know.
Faking that they sick so he won't leave and go out.
Yeah, that's manipulation too.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that firsthand too. Faking, lying on the couch, talking about my stomach hurt. Oh,
the worst thing that's happened to me. So I wouldn't go out. I still went out. She took my ID out my wallet.
You told me about that. I'm like, whoa, that's desperation right there. They're gonna take your ID.
Right. Took my ID. I still went out there.
I was about to say she actually thought that was gonna keep you in the house. Don't she?
Well,
people walk out of the house without ID all day, every day.
Well, I usually don't because I came from a neighborhood where
I know.
I learned that you got to have your ID on you at all times. So you go to jail.
Right.
Yeah, you ain't got no ID, you going to jail. Exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm. North Philly. You
ain't got no ID, you going to jail. That's just exactly how it was. So, but the place she thought I was going to a club that night. That's what she thought. She's like, oh, he ain't gonna be able to get in. He ain't got no ID. I wasn't going to no club that. I was literally going out to hang out with the fellas, like I told her.
She didn't believe it.
She ain't believe it.
She effed around and found out, did she?
She
F
tried to
A F
like,
O.
play it off like, oh, did you have a good time? Yeah, we had a ball. you no ID to get in. Shit, we at the house. We had a ball.
Yeah, I don't do the guilt trip thing. That mm,
I think the other thing that's like bad in relationships, and I had to stop doing it, is tick for tack.
yes.
Tick for tack is bad. Like, you went out the other night. You was out till 4. You barely made it in the house before the sun came up. You know that's our rule. Don't be in the house before the sun come up. Oh well, I'm going out tonight, and I'm barely making it back in before the sun come up. Like, no.
Or somebody cheat on you, so then you go cheat on somebody, cheat on them back.
Like, hey, that's one thing.
I hear about that all the time. It's like,
Sharon, that's one thing I didn't want to do. I didn't want to do that. When I in my relationship, when I found out that she was cheating, I did not want to go cheat back because I already knew I did some dumb shit. Like, cheated back. Now the girl I cheated with, she pregnant. Now I'm back in child support court. No, hell no. No.
or do something like sleep with her sister. I'm just
Right.
like,
Or sleep with her girlfriend.
Or one of her friends. Yeah, I don't get it. But anyway, that was a good letter. So that's what you would do, though. You would try to get that separated and get the hell out and file the paperwork with the court like you're supposed to do.
Right. Now at the age of 32, yeah, I would have did it the right way. If you'd have told me something was going on like this around like 27, 28, I probably would have just left. Not file the paperwork, make sure I get my kids every weekend, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the age of 32, you start to realize, no, if you file all the proper paperwork, you'll be all right. You'll get them half the week, they'll get another half of the week. Y'all will have completely split custody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you need to go for your kids. If you love your kids and you want them kids, you better go for them kids. That's all.
That's the only reason I see that you in a relationship is for them kids.
That's all I say. BJ put in here that women don't automatically get child support, and men can't get it. And he's right. He is right. And I knew a guy whose ex-wife did all kind of crazy things with their 2 daughters. And he says, he was telling me his story, and I was like, well, do you have proof of all the money and stuff that you're doing? He said, yeah. I said, you can take your tail to the court and file for that. You can file for joint custody. I said, you might be able to file for sole custody if you can keep proving how she just leaves them there for days at a time while she just disappears until she comes back. And then when she comes back, she tries to make him seem like you're the bad guy. I said, you can prove all of that. It took him about 3 or 4 years, but he eventually did it. He has full custody of those girls. She gets visitation like 1 weekend out of the month or something like that. She was foul, though. This is a foul chick. But you got to be willing to do it. What bothers me is when primarily fathers don't want to go through the process. And they just say, I ain't doing all that. What you mean you ain't doing all that? You say you love your children. Stand on it. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. You love the children that much, stand on it. Do what you need to do for the kids and get out. Like the movie, Get Out.
Did you ever see that movie? I didn't see that movie.
Yeah, I seen the movie Get Out. I had to watch it. At the time, I was working at the movie theater. So at the time when it came out, a lot of people had, mixed thoughts, mixed emotions. You'll listen to because this is around the time Trump was president. So you'll listen to some people like, oh, that's how Trump gonna get us. We gotta stay woke. This is how they gonna get us. They're gonna start trapping us just like that. That was some people. Then you hear other people like, that was a good scary movie. That I like the way that movie was made, and then you'll hear some other people saying, "Yeah, we slaves, they slaving us just like that." So I had to go watch it. I had to come to work early, go watch the movie just to see what people was talking about. And I finally watched the whole thing, and I was like, that was a pretty good movie. It's a good scary movie. I see where everybody's sides was at because they were sitting there auctioning off black people so they can be inside their minds and still feel young and everything. But I just thought it was a good movie.
Yeah, I'm not into scary movies anyway. And I definitely
I'm not
wasn't introduced. I definitely wasn't interested in that one. Mm-mm.
I'm not going in no cabin with no white people anyway. Let me just get out the way. Uh, it's just I'm the only brother there. No, I'll catch on when y'all get back. Don't even worry about it.
You do have to be careful of your surroundings. I'll say that.
And the people that surround you.
Right. You
That's
have
what
to
you
be
have to make
careful
sure.
of all the surroundings. Yes.
I had a guy tell me that when I was young. I was real young. I was at like my second job, and he was like, "You got to start paying attention to your surroundings and the people that surround you." And I had no idea what he was talking about. And then that's when he broke everything down to me that was going on while we was in the kitchen. He was like, "You don't even notice that this guy keep leaving, going to the bathroom to go snort cocaine, or you don't notice that this other guy over here, you know, keep falling asleep." He said, "You won't notice it because you come in, you just come in, do your job, and then leave. You gotta pay attention to your surroundings because you may be relying on one of these guys for a thing or two." I had no idea. After that time, I started looking at everybody and seeing what everybody do and paying attention to them,
You have to,
checking
man.
their routine. Yeah, you gotta check their routine, and that's the same thing I do in relationships, Sharon. Like people like it's always a lot of guys that be like, "Oh, you will go through your girl's phone." If I live with my girl and I notice that she's doing something that's unusual, her patterns are unusual, I'm going through her phone.
Oh, definitely.
I'm going through it. I'm just letting you know. I'm going
Definitely.
through it.
Well, I'm not going through the phone. I'm not going through the phone. I have no reason to go through the phone.
I'm gonna tell
No.
you something I learned through another
Nope.
podcast. Shout out to Talk Heavy. You want to know what's going on? Check the Cash App. Can't delete your Cash App. Can't delete what's going on in your Cash App.
Oh my
Shout out,
God.
shout out to the Talk Heavy podcast. Can't delete what's going on in your Cash App. Check the Cash App. You'll
Talk
find out if
heavy.
they sending money to somebody or if they receiving money from somebody because they can't. You can't delete none of that.
Okay, so here's where I'm at with the check-in. I think we talked, well, I know we talked about this before. I understand people who want to do the check-in. I get it. I get it. The patterns all of a sudden change or all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden they disappearing or whatever. I understand the desire to check things when those things happen.
Right.
But here's how I truly operate, Dennis. Anything that this other person does behind my back, if God intends for me to know it, it cannot be hidden from me long. He will make it plain to me every time without fail. I don't have to look for nothing. And I've proved my life has been my stories, I could tell you. My life has proven it. There was a time when I was younger and I made the mistake of checking the cell phone bill. See, this was back in the time. I don't know if you were having cell phones back then when cell phones really became popular and you had to pay for every call or every text and all of that. And so when you would get the bill, you can actually have it itemized, showing every call, every ingoing,
Yeah.
outgoing call, every ingoing,
Yeah.
outgoing text. And if we're on the same plan and I get this bill, I
Oh,
I can see
Shannon,
that you're talking to this bride for 2 hours in the morning from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the morning before you take your shower and then go to work. And then on the way to work, you calling her again or she calling you. I can see that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? So having that
Sharon, I'm gonna tell
power,
you.
I was able to see it. But even when confronted with the evidence, he did not want to admit it. Remember, I talked about this admitting thing. This is how I know they don't need to admit it. I lived it. And so I'm saying, okay, but what's all this? Oh, we just friends. I don't want to hear that. You don't you got a whole girlfriend that you live with. You don't get on the phone, go in the other room and get on the phone at 5 a.m. and talk to some chick who's just your friend. You don't do that. You're not going to do that. She has to mean something else to you to do all of that and sneak and do it behind my back and then try to sit up there and deny it when the damn bill comes. Got this bill? I knew I wasn't using my phone all that much. This bill was this thick. I'm like, what the heck?
I remember.
Oh, yeah. I saw all of that. And I was like, okay. Didn't
Let
say
me tell
anything
you.
about it right away. And you just let it go for a while. No. So now I'm to the point, and I was like, well, you see how that was shown to me. I didn't have to look for it. Fast forward, different scenario. Dude ended up having a whole secret cell phone that I didn't know about. Right? Why? Because they didn't want me to see the itemized bill. Right? So what did they do? They just went and got a whole nother cell phone to talk to the chick on. I didn't know it, but guess what happens? One day I walk in the room and I see something shiny on the floor sticking out from underneath the dresser. I'm like, what is that? I bend down to pick it up. It's a cell phone that I'd never seen before. And see, back then, people didn't have passwords on their phones. So you just open the phone. I see his face on it. It's a whole number. Oh, okay. Text messages. Oh, okay. Text messages. Oh, okay. You can see all this on the phone. And I was like, okay, so he got a whole nother phone. All right. But you see how that came to me? I wasn't looking for it. I don't have to look for it. That was the proof I needed right there. I do not have to go looking through stuff. And that stuck with me forever after that. So I don't look now. So when I have my female friends especially come to me talking about, girl, let me tell you what happened. John was in the shower and I went over and his phone lit up. Somebody sent him a text. So I picked up the phone to look at it. And I'm like, oh, stop right there. You picked up the phone to look at it? Yeah. And girl, guess what? I said, I don't even want to hear no more. Why? I said, because you shouldn't have picked up the phone and look at it. It's not your phone. But that's okay. Why can't I look at it? I'm his girl. I'm supposed to be his girl. I'm like, listen, if you feel the need that you got to go check behind him, what does that say about your relationship? Period. But I had to learn that in my 20s. I had to learn that. Now I'm an old lady. Oh, you couldn't leave a cell phone out with no password, no screensaver, nothing. I'm not touching it. It can ring all day. I'm not answering it. Don't ask me to answer it. Even when he would ask me to answer his phone, I wouldn't answer it. Not doing it. Because I trust God. Anything I need to know, he gonna show me anyway. That's just sharing. I can't recommend that for everybody. I don't know if he works that way for everybody, but he works that way for me. So I don't have to look through nothing. And it has been to my benefit ever since, I believe, that I haven't. Because as soon as I needed to know, he revealed it in his way on his time.
Okay. Let me just tell you, back to that itemized phone bill. This wasn't me. because I didn't have a phone at this time. So let me just get down. This wasn't me. But I've heard a story from this lady, and she told me that she knew her man was cheating on her, but she couldn't prove it. So she would see him answer the phone, and he would tell her it was a work call. And what she started doing was checking the time on her watch when he answered the phone.
Uh-huh.
Right? So she went and checked the time on her watch. He answered the phone like it'd be 9:18. Oh, baby, who called you? Oh, that was work. Oh, okay. 9:18. So then the bill came. The itemized bill came. She went and looked at the 9:18, seen the number, seen who
Uh-huh.
he was talking to, kept seeing this number reoccurring at times that they
Uh-huh.
wasn't together.
Uh-huh.
And she started to put it together. And one
Two
day she
plus
called the
two.
number. And one day she said she called the number from another phone, like somewhere else. I think she said a payphone. That's how long ago this was. They said a payphone.
Hey, oh,
Yeah. And she asks um
for him.
for him.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl answered and said, "Oh no, he's not here."
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. But yeah,
Okay.
but he'll be back tomorrow.
Oh.
I'll have him call you then.
Oh. Okay.
She said that
Cool.
the lady told me that when she was on the payphone, she used her man voice, so they wouldn't think nothing of
Mm-hmm.
it. Yeah. And ever since then, they was no longer together. That broke up the relationship. I was like, so you really checked the time? When she was like, yeah. When
Oh
they pick up the phone, just check the time, see what time it is, and then go back and see who they was talking to.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
All of this stuff about checking up and seeing things in relation, I learned all of this from women.
I
All of
believe
this.
it. I believe it. Because
Yeah.
women, let me tell you something. We've talked about this before, Dennis, on this show, The Side Joan, every Saturday morning at 10 a.m.
Man, every second.
We have talked about this before that women are the better cheaters.
They are.
Women are the better cheaters because we sneaky, we know sneaking, we think of everything. And that's the reason why you get a dumb man that don't know how to cheat. They get caught every time. We can catch them
Yeah.
because we're
Women
better at
women
it.
women will cheat with a guy. Women will cheat with a guy and have the guy come around to stuff, and you will have no idea that this is the
Mhm.
guy that they've been cheating with. You have no idea.
But
Even in
vice
family
versa,
function,
men will cheat and have the chick come around, and your girl gonna know every time.
yeah,
We gonna know. We have that intuition. We're gonna know,
right,
but y'all not gonna know why because we get it straight with the guy. Look, this is how it's gonna go down, and if you do these things, he will never suspect you. We think to tell him that ahead of time. We think about that type of stuff. Why? Because women have had to fake it for generations. We got to fake, we got
yeah,
to pretend we love everything about when we didn't have the right to vote. We had to pretend that we love our husband's opinion. Whatever he voted, we were fine with it. We didn't have a voice. My husband's voice is my voice. We had to fake it. When we tired and didn't want to have sex and they want to have it, we don't want him to go get it from the prostitutes and the juke joints. So we would just fake it and act like we enjoyed it and have it.
and I
Fake it.
thank y'all for that. Let me just say, I
I
thank
bet
y'all
you
for that.
do.
Thank all
Faking it.
women for that. Because
Then
sometimes
women
we just need
started
to
going into
release.
the workforce. We starting to get sexually harassed on the job. We got to fake like we can deal with it so we can get that paycheck. We've been faking it since Eve. That's why we're better at it. Generationally. Just the way it is. That's what I believe. I mean, people say I'm crazy. Put it in the comments if you want. I just believe that.
No, I believe it. I've been the reason why I say that is because I've been the side piece that showed up to the birthday party. I was invited to the birthday party. Showed up at the birthday party. Um, had a gift and everything. But at the time, I was with my daughter, so I wasn't really interested in what was going on at the birthday party. Showed up at
Mhm.
my gift, but I spent all my time with my daughter while the dude was there with his girl. Well, at the time that was our girl, with our girl. That's how that went down. And my homies was like, "You went to the birthday party?" Like, yeah, I was invited. It was at an
But
amusement park.
wait a minute, Dennis. You know why your homies were so shocked?
No,
I'm about to blow your mind with this one. You know why they were shocked? Because they
no.
couldn't do it. Because they could not keep that face seeing her with this other dude. They couldn't handle it. You could
That's
handle it.
something.
You are a
Yeah, that's
rare
something.
person because it's harder for men to see their woman with another man than it is for a woman to see a man with another woman.
I don't know. I think I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
yes,
know.
it is. It is
I don't
harder.
know. I don't
It
know
is
because
harder. It's harder.
now, yeah,
It's
I don't
hard.
know.
I'm sorry. It's harder. I'm telling you, it's harder. Men have told me this. They've
It
told
is.
me this,
I don't know.
and they've told me why.
I've seen the interaction when a man, he's at the he's at the amusement park with his baby mom. They're together, and he invited his little side piece to the spot, and she with her child, and it was damn near incident there. And I'm like, well, there's no
Right, right,
way.
right.
In my eyes, I'm sitting there, I'm like, there's no way you should have even been close to getting caught because
I
y'all
have,
at a amusement park. You
I,
didn't get a private party. You had a
I have
regular
a
amusement
question.
park.
I have a question about that though. The side piece with their children that came, did the incident go down between her and the woman or her and him?
It was her and him.
That's
It
very
was him.
unusual because usually the side piece has an issue with the main chick because of jealousy. So the woman is
But
going to
it was about
cause
jealousy. But go
problems
ahead.
with her, not with him usually, but usually with her. Look at that bitch.
No, it was about jealousy. Like they met up like in the swimming pool, in the wave pool at the time. They was at the wave pool, so they met up in a wave pool, with the kids, and was having a conversation. You know what I mean? I
Uh-huh.
said, "Yo, what are you?" I'm sitting there, talking, what are you doing in the wave pool with her? Oh, it wasn't really that bad. I was what? Like, how did the girl not see this? Like, I said, "What are you doing?" He was
Yeah,
like,
that's
"No, she had to go get something." We had a quick conversation, and she was
no.
upset that I was just doing too much with my baby mom.
Yeah, that's very unusual.
I said, "Man, you lucky that was music park was pretty big." I
It's
mean, just
very
like you lucky that.
unusual because see, most women who are jealous, like they wouldn't have come. Even if you did invite them, they would not have come.
Yeah.
Not the
I
side
know,
piece. Because most
I know
female
another
side
incident.
pieces, they want it all. They end up catching feelings, as they say, and then they want to be the woman, the main woman. Most of
Yeah,
them.
what they want is a lot of people think side pieces want your money, and I said no, it has nothing to do with money. They want your time. They want your time.
That's it.
They don't want your money. They want your time. They don't even
And
care about the money. They want your time.
most women, they say most women that cheat, they cheat because they're not getting enough attention at home.
Right.
Not enough time. Never tells me I'm beautiful.
Right.
Just whatever. Men cheat because of the physical, the more for the physical. Her ass is bigger, or my wife doesn't do it the way I want it done.
Right.
It's
And the other
sexual.
girl will do it. And the other girl will do it.
Oh yeah, the other hoe would do anything
She'll
we
do
say.
it. She'll do it just because she know that if she keep doing it, she can take you from her. That's why she'll do it.
So she thinks.
Right.
Till she meets up with that dude who will never leave his wife. I don't care how good you do it. He ain't leaving his wife.
I know a woman right now, as we are speaking, that has been with a dude for 30 plus years. He has been married twice, and she's still with him. Now,
Not married
this
and
is
did not, and married again, and she's
and
still.
married, and you still a side piece. Like you on the Ring of Honor side pieces at this point. Like what is going on?
Well, hey, it depends. It depends if you were the type of side piece that don't want all of the bad things. They don't want all of that. They don't want the decision making. Okay, how we gonna pay these bills? Okay, how we gonna send the kids to college? How we gonna? They don't want all that. All they want is the fun, and that's okay
That's cool.
as long as they understand the rule that the other person is not leaving their spouse. That's cool. You can be that for 30 years. Go ahead. It's just not
Shane,
me. I ain't gonna do it.
they ain't understanding the rules, Shane.
I think too much of myself to be a side piece. I can't do it. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I've been one in my 20s. I ain't been one since. My,
No, no, I can't. I can't do it. I can't do that. But this reminds me of since we're talking about relationships, there's a video that we were talking about before the show.
okay.
What's the name of the podcast?
Tonight's conversations with Ace the Metaphor and friends.
Yeah, yeah. Tonight's conversation. So the video, you guys, that we were talking about, I'm not gonna play it, but there's a video short going around, and it starts out with the woman on stage that's part of the panel talking about how broke guys, if you broke, then why am I giving you broke and you can't get me nothing? You can't take care of my car. I'm gonna tell him, hey, my car is broke down, and see what the nigga gonna do. See if he gonna get my car fixed or not. I'll do that. And she said, because otherwise, if he won't do it, then why am I giving you my sex? Is what she's saying. And so Ace, the metaphor, said, hold it, chick. Hold up. You aren't the one. If we get in this relationship, if we doing it, you're not the only one that's bringing your sex to the table, because I'm laying it down every night. And she says, oh, that's toxic. Oh, that's not toxic, he said. He said, no. He said, so here's what I'm going to say. If you broke and we doing this and you broke, then I'm going to take my thing and I'm going home. And everybody fell out. And I'm sitting there watching this and I'm like, I agree with him. Since when are we the only ones that's bringing something to the table? And why would you cheapen yourself to say, if I'm giving you the booty, then that means you're supposed to pay for my car to get fixed and buy me gifts? To me, that equates to selling your ass. That's how I see it, Dennis. And you said, no, it's not. But I think that's what it is. That's how I feel about it.
Well, you know how the song go. Broke boys don't deserve no coochie. I know that's right.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I'm talking about. How can you make that statement and quantify your coochie? I can't qualify mine because mine is so doggone priceless. There is not a number you can put on it. That's how I look at it. And that's how women should look at it. How are you gonna sit there and put a number on it?
Some girls out there, $40 to get you in there. Some girls out there gonna have to pay $300 for. Sorry to hear that. I'm just gonna let you ladies know who all selling coochie for $300. You ain't getting $300 of my dollars.
Well, I don't mean it's not like a transaction like she on the street saying, okay, give me $300, let's go in the alley. That's not what I mean. But
we ain't going in the alley for $300. $300, we there for the week.
Lord, anyway.
$300, we there for the week.
You talking about trafficking now? No, but anyway,
No, no,
I
no.
just,
That was a fair exchange. Now,
I just,
trafficking, I took your ass.
I just do not understand. I don't understand the mentality. And when I'm sitting in a room of women, I hear women talking like this all the time, and I'm quiet. I don't say anything because I don't agree. What you gonna teach your daughter? What would you teach your daughter about this rule, Dennis? That's my question for you.
I would teach my daughter more so to appreciate herself. And if you feel as though you want to have sex with somebody, is what you want to do. It ain't about anything else. This is somebody that you want to have sex. You want to get, but don't be giving it to everybody. All right. This ain't that ain't for everybody. Get that out the way.
No,
Ain't no
I'm sorry. I just don't
you can't.
believe in. I just don't
Without,
believe in the expectation that because I give you this, then you supposed to buy me stuff.
all right.
That's to them. To me, that's selling it, and I'm not gonna sell it.
Those are things you got to teach. I remember, I was talking to the boys and talking to the girls, and I was letting them know, you know, I basically told them, I was like, I'm, my the girls was like, why are you so hard on the way we pick men and all that? I said, because I'm making sure y'all don't get pimped. This is what I am. I don't want nobody to go out there and fool you and have you like Olivia. Olivia, honestly, got distracted on the way
You've been
to
singing that song
grandmama's
all
house.
morning. I
And
can't
then you
believe
out there lost and
you
turned out.
doesn't turn out
Did
well.
not have you out there lost and turned out.
Well, I hope those women listen to you.
Right. You can't just be liking a guy because he cute, light skinned, curly hair with braces. No, what else do you like about him? What if all that shit fall off? What if he go bald head, his teeth fucked up and all that? He lost all his goddamn teeth and his light skin and went pale. What else you like about him? I don't know. See what I mean? You're gonna have to find something out.
Well, this very good thought, Dennis. I saw another relationship video where this guy, the moderator, was telling the guy, "You don't love her," because when I asked you what you love about her, you said that she's nice and she will do anything for me. And he was like, "You don't love her. That's not love." And then he tells her, "You need to move on because he doesn't love you. Because all he talking about is what he can get from you, and you nice. That's not love." And he
Not
said, "And
love.
I hope you look back at this show, young man, and hopefully you can understand and grow from this and learn from this." And he just sitting there looking dumb, like he was ready to kill that man on the stage, like because he was so mad, but he was holding it together. You could tell.
Mm, 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 mm.
But my thing is it should be clear to the woman, if I'm sitting there with you and all you can say is I'm nice and I do anything for him, that's why you love. That ain't love. I recognize that that's not love. I don't need a talk show to tell me that.
And you gotta like you got to, that's why I said get married. You got to find something that you love about your spouse that you are willing to wake up next to them every day.
Every day. Not only
Every
something
day.
that not only something that you like, the things that you don't like, you have to be willing to put up with for the rest of your life. You got to be willing. If it's not cute now, it's not going to be cute after you get married.
It's gonna be worse.
It's only going to get worse. So if
Because
it's
whatever
something
that is
going
that you
on that he does that you don't like,
it's gonna grow.
you better
And it
not.
ain't like they do it more. It just grows because it starts to irritate you. And that's all you focus on because you ain't got shit else to worry about but your spouse. So now that's all you focused on. So now you sitting there saying dumb stuff to yourself like, How did I not see this when we was dating? Because you wanted to be married so fast. That's why.
Right.
All of this was right in front of your face. It was right there. But you like, no, we can fix. No, you can't be fixing everything.
No, we women
You need to
always
see.
can fix a
You
man.
need to see if they can fix it.
Right.
That's what
Well,
you need to see. They can fix it. Is it fixable?
is there anything that's a deal breaker for you, Dennis, that's not personality related? Like for me, I don't want to date a man that smokes. That's a deal breaker for me. Smokes anything. I don't know. An occasional celebratory cigar, that's fine. Black and Miles, no. But all the rest of the stuff, cigarettes, weed, no. It's just a deal breaker for me. Do you have anything on your list of deal breakers like that? That's a that's a
I
thing.
don't. I don't want to deal with a woman that's negative on things or um usually when they scared or something, they'll say, "Oh, I don't want to do it." You know what I mean? Like okay, for instance, you know me, I like to travel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I say something like, "Oh, you know what, we should go to such and such Miami or whatever," I don't really want to go to Miami because everybody in Philly be in Miami. But you ain't never been. But you just keep saying everybody in Philly. You ain't never been, so you don't even know what it look like. You see what I'm saying? That's
Right.
that's the type of thing. Like, yo, all right, never
They're
mind.
going based upon what other people told them instead of trying to
Right.
experience it themselves.
So ain't been off. Ain't listen. Live in Philadelphia, ain't never been downtown. Live in Philadelphia, can't even tell you what a sports complex is.
What's up, Blaze? Blaze crazy. But anyway, I love me some Blaze. Love him, man.
Great trip.
But um yeah, I just dogs. I don't like dogs enough to have them in my house. I
Oh, I
like
thought you were talking
dogs.
about
I like
men that were
dogs. I like dogs for somebody else. Like if I go to your house and you have a dog, that's cool. I'll come to your house. Just don't let them jump on me. That's it. I don't like dogs to jump on me. Damn sure don't want them licking on me. But anyway, but a man that I'm dating, no, no dogs in the
I don't
house.
think I
No.
would. I think at this point, I know most of the women I meet now, they got kids. So
Mm-hmm.
uh, one of the things I always look at if I meet a woman with kids is what's her relationship with the kid's father.
Mm-hmm.
I try to figure that out. Like I honestly don't want to ask what's the relationship. I want to see it in action.
Mm-hmm.
Like on that note,
And
I
see,
want to
I
see
would
it in
do
action.
both. I would ask and see because I
I
want to
want to see
see.
it.
I want to see if their answer is going to be valid. Is going to be. Are they going to give me an honest answer, or are they going to fabricate? And then I find out it's otherwise later. I mean, everybody's got their preferences. I just don't. I don't want a man that has dogs and wants dogs and people. I gotta have a dog. Oh, my dog. Shannon Sharp talking about. Oh, my dog come first. My dog lays in the bed with me and she don't like it, then she can get. I'm like, oh, okay.
We ain't laying in the bed with nothing else but me and you. It ain't gonna be no dogs, no
Oh
kids,
no.
nothing else.
Shannon
There's nothing
Sharp
else in this
Shannon
bed.
Sharp
Me and
said
you.
that she got to accept the fact that the dog gonna be in the bed with them.
Oh, he got that.
Mm.
Ain't no dog in the bed with us.
Them,
The dog got. We bought
I,
the dog a bed, okay, and the dog
right.
bed is in the dog's room.
But see, but rather than having to have these discussions about it, I just prefer not to date a man that has dogs. Period.
Okay.
Now I'm saying dogs, but when I say dogs, I literally mean any pet, cat, bird, frog,
Gator.
fish, gator.
Gator.
I don't care what it is. I don't know. I don't do animals like that. I love animals. I believe in protecting animals, dangerous species, all that stuff. All of
All right.
that.
Not
But
enough
I
to have
just
him in the
don't want
bed.
them in my house. I just don't want to. I don't want to spend money on dogs or on pets. I'm sorry, my money, I just prefer to put my money in people, human beings, in causes for human beings than pets and animals. I just do. Is where I'm at. And so I don't have to have that conversation with a guy. I just stay away from that type of guy because they tend to be fanatical about it. This is
Yeah,
how I
I,
am.
I understand. I'm thinking about other things that I really don't like. I really wouldn't sit there and I said lying. Uh, Got to watch out for um, baby father drama. You got to watch out for. You got to watch, make sure she ain't no hoe. I don't know that you got to watch out for. Might be a cold whore. You got to watch out
What,
for that.
what if she used to be a hoe? Is that all right?
I,
Huh?
I don't know. I can't say yes, can't say no. I don't know. All depends on what's going. All depends on what's going on. I can't say yes. Can't say. She might have went to church. Olivia might have went to church and got saved. You never know. Olivia.
I saw a movie. It was some movie. I can't remember what the movie was or who was in it. But the guy was someplace with his wife and some guy who I guess she used to be a call girl. And this guy walks over to, oh, Brandy, oh, how are you? And she started trembling because she thought that he was going to say something about her being this call girl in the past life.
Mm,
I just can't even imagine something like that.
things happen. But you know what? Um, yeah, those are the things. It all, like I said, it all depends. So what are some of your final words to relationships and cheating and how to build a new relationship?
Well, honesty is the best policy. I do know a lot of people feel like there are some things you don't need to be honest about. And there are. We could do a whole show on that. Okay? But for the most part, honesty is the best policy. And if the person just doesn't do it for you anymore, you need to let them know and get out. Don't cheat. It's just absolutely no reason for cheating. There's just no excuse for it. It's just like if I'm with a guy and he decide he gonna haul off and slap me, I'm
Nah.
leaving. There's no okay, I'm gonna put up with this and then go see Frank on the side because he doesn't hit me and he gives me what I need on the side. What you mean? There's no need for me to be there, right? I'm not gonna cheat on you with Frank. I'm gonna leave you and then I'm gonna go holler at Frank if that's what I want to do. See, I just think life is too short to be unhappy. It's just too short. And sometimes you just better off being by yourself and not in a relationship. You don't have to be in a relationship to be happy. I've had some of my happiest years when I was not in a relationship. There's nothing wrong with
But
it.
people don't know how to love themselves, so that's the problem.
Well, you gotta love yourself first, or else how are you gonna love somebody else?
Right. I knew some people that they felt as though they wasn't in a relationship, that their life was in shambles.
Mhm.
That's how they felt. And I was like, why do you feel that way? Maybe you need to learn how to be by yourself. Then you
That's
appreciate
that's a
things more.
self-esteem issue. So they need counseling. They need
Yeah.
counseling.
I
Hmm.
ain't I ain't giving out that
They
much
need they
counseling.
need to they need to get some help with that because that's a self-esteem issue.
Yeah. I had a girl also tell me this. This was weird. She was like, "So you don't get like too angry and want to fight?" It's like, "No, I don't. What you mean fight? Like fight? Like hit your girl? Like why would I hit my girl? What?" She was like, "So you don't fight girl? No, I don't fight girls. What is up with you? Like why would you say something like
I can't believe she asked you that.
that?
Like
You
she
don't fight
almost
girls,
wanted you to say yeah.
right? Like that's what I honestly didn't come to find out later. That's what she was used to. All of her dudes putting their hands on her.
Okay.
So she felt as though if you didn't put your hands on her, you didn't really love her.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad you got away from that. But yeah, that's my final thoughts on it. What's your final thoughts?
My final thoughts is make sure you get all your paperwork together and run. Get up out of there. And go find somebody to love you for you. That's my final thought. Get your paperwork together though. Back in the day, I would have just told you to run. Nowadays, I'm telling you, get your paperwork together because all of this is still about the kids. And do not talk bad about their mom around the kids.
That's right.
Keep it professional. Keep it professional. Always put their mom on the highest pedestal, and she need to do the same. Put you on the highest pedestal. Whatever y'all got going between y'all, it will fade. I have learned this that whatever y'all got going between y'all, it will fade away. It will
Mm-hmm.
go away. I have to say, I am a firm believer that it
Mm-hmm.
will go away. You'd have talked to me about 7 years ago, I wouldn't believe that. I wouldn't believe that at
Mm-hmm.
all. I would have told you. I'd have told you to kill him. That's what I told you back then. But now I'm telling you, now I'm telling you, yeah, make sure get your paperwork together. All of this will go away. I'm telling you, in like 5 years, all of this will go away. In 5 years, y'all gonna be good friends. Y'all gonna be communicating more. You're gonna be having birthday parties with her in 5 years, and not be looking like, oh, she here. I gotta do this. No, you're gonna be like, no, look, come on, we gotta put these decorations up. What you doing? You want like this man sweet 16. We gotta do this right. Stuff like that.
You gonna heal. You'll heal.
Oh, he
Yeah.
gonna heal real good. The hole's about to come his way. He gonna heal real good. Trust me. He gonna be all right.
Mhm.
He gonna be all right. I don't know who this is. Said what up, Facebook user. What's going on, Trisha Joy?
What's up, Trisha?
Oh,
All right.
yes, and we thank y'all for coming out. And Sharon is back, and we're gonna have a good time. Man. Sharon's
Chocolate
back.
girl.
Chocolate Girl is back, and we're gonna have a good time. I'm glad she's back because I miss her. God bless y'all. Great day.
Bye.